You cannot change destiny. She tried and failed. That's what she did. That's her whole story. We'll talk about it better. She tried and failed. And really what she teaches anybody is that you can do whatever kind of magic you want. You could do whatever. It could be temporary, but you cannot change destiny. In fact, what you can do sometimes with your potions and magic is push destiny. Like you can even make it more strong, but not in the direction you necessarily want. And so this goes very much against the New Age. Because in the New Age thought, it's all about manifestation. Right? That's like the buzzword is like, just think it, just believe in it, just imagine it, and it will happen. But actually, in the ancient teachings, Ceridwen teaches us that you can't change destiny. So this is why the foundation is always know thyself, because when you know thyself, you know your destiny. You know what is and isn't possible. And then you can enhance and you can make it stronger. You can make your Alwyn or your brew stronger, but ultimately you can't change it. You can't change somebody and you can't change your destiny, but you can walk your destiny. See, a lot of people miss their destiny. Like, you know, how they say, oh, the stars are aligned and that's your destiny. And then what about when the stars are misaligned? Are you still walking your destiny or not? I mean, that's the whole difference between like the old and the new. The New Age is more about you creating it. Whereas the old age, the ancient, is about you just stepping in to whatever that path is. But you have to know that first. You have to know what is your path. It's like when you began your spiritual journey, you had a calling. And then the calling kept leading you down these roads, you know, like down this, and then you would know which road was yours and which road was not yours. It's the same thing. Your destiny is like that. It's just like when you're in a partnership, when you're in a relationship, when you're going to school, when you're working a job, you have signs that this is my destiny. And one of the biggest signs for your destiny is that first step. Awkward, it's very uncomfortable. You had to go outside of your comfort zone, your norm. But then once you did, it was like, oh, I really like this. It was like the first time I taught when I was in Korea and I stepped out as a teacher, and it was my first day after training, and you know, you do your thing. And then it was like, oh, I didn't know I liked this. You know, I didn't know that this was it. It was a feeling. And then of course it got harder later. But that first, like, oh, I'm in front of all these people. I thought I'd be nervous, but it was like home. It was so comfortable, right? That's what we're talking about. And that's what we're going to open with Ceridwen is what is home? What is destiny? What is it? And I was thinking about this in terms of like your spiritual path. Because there's a gazillion ways you can go on your spiritual path. But when you start going on your spiritual path and you really start owning it, it feels like home. There's something that keeps drawing you, even though you're going to go through your shadow work, your lessons, your karma, your this, your that, whatever. But there's something that's compelling you to keep moving forward. There's always something. And obviously, like in relationship, in business, in spirituality, you're going to hit those mountains. But your destiny will you forward. When you're tired, it'll give you a place to rest. When you're, you know, needing a push, it'll kick you in the butt and push you. It will give you what you need to fuel your destiny, because your destiny has already been written in the stars. And that's the thing people have to really understand. And I think it takes a lot of pressure off manifesting. Because with the manifesting modality, it's like you're always having to try. You're always having to work. It's a very capitalistic modality because you're always like, and then when you don't manifest what you're wanting, then you're a failure. Then you're set up to fail. Oh God, I didn't get that $1 million. Oh, I didn't do this. I didn't. And it's because you're not doing it. You're not the doer. And that's the biggest part that I think in the West we miss, but in the East, it's always about your destiny. If you go into, you know, just the culture, just go into Asia and you dip into the culture, it's about, well, if it's meant for you, it'll happen. Of course, you got to do your part, but you don't have to worry about it being done if it's really meant for you. Now, if it's really not meant for you, guess what happens? That first step is awful. You're going to trip. You're going to fall. You're going to have all kinds of misalignments, all kinds of missteps. And the first thing you'll think of is, maybe this isn't for me. And then the bells should be going off. Ring, ring, ring.